From Coyne Stadium on the campus of Syracuse University, Time Warner Cable Sports presents Boys High School Lacrosse. Tonight it's the Section 3 Class A Championship as the Liverpool Warriors at 18-2 facing the West Genesee Wildcats at 20-0. Tonight's broadcast brought to you exclusively by Brian Lacrosse. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim Lurch. Welcome to another installment of Time Warner Cable Sports. Tonight, a great matchup. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Dale Drypolcher. And Dale, let's talk about the Liverpool Wildcats first.
I've talked to a number of coaches who've played Liverpool, and they all say the same thing. This is a team of extremely gifted athletes, great defense, great goaltending. They're just a good lacrosse team. It's going to be an interesting matchup. And let's take a look and see how they got here. Right now, they're first in the National Division II, 11-2, fifth in New York State, number 2 tournament seed. They had a kind of easy way getting here. They beat the quarterfinals, they beat Henniger 12-5. Tougher game against FM. They won 8-4. Game was suspended, had to pick it up a day later to finish off FM due to lightning. So kind of an unusual circumstance for them.
And certainly the other team that they are facing, undefeated West Genesee. Let's talk about the mystique of West Genesee.
Well, that's the whole point. There is a mystique. You know, people say, well, what do you do to beat West Genesee? You really have to beat the mystique. Coach Mike Messer's won 95% of his games. They just win. You can be up on them with 5 or 6 seconds left to go, and everybody says, we know we're not going to beat them. We know they're going to come back, and that's the problem with playing West Genesee. They have a great team, a great mystique, and just as often as not, you have to beat the mystique. Let's take a look what they did. First of all, the first in the American Division, 13-0. Second in New York State, obviously the number 1 tournament seed. Easy quarterfinals over CNS, 18-3. Semis, they beat a tough Oswego team, 9-2. Had a little easier road to hoe than Liverpool. It'll be interesting to see how they do.
Well, we're going to take a quick timeout. When I come back, I'm going to speak with Coach Kerry Quilty of Liverpool. All that and more coming up next on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium. Joining me now is the head coach of the Liverpool Warriors. And Coach, talk to me a little bit about your team overall this season.
Well, we've had a great season. We're 18-2 currently, and we won our division, the National Division, and we won our last 11 games. It's a great group of seniors showing tremendous leadership and a very talented junior class.
We had a great game against these guys earlier in the season in West Genesee. Talk a little bit about that game.
Well, you know, anytime you play West Genesee, you know, your kids are going to get up for that game. And we were up and played a really good game, and you know, it was a great game, and they beat us in overtime, and we're excited to be here tonight.
Well, what will you need to do tonight to succeed?
Well, I think the key to West Genesee is our defense, and they've been the secret force all year long. We've been holding teams under 5 goals on an average. I think to beat a team like this, you need to keep their offense in check. They're very talented, and certainly I think the key to that is ground balls, possession, and then we try to capitalize on our transition. But ground balls and time of possession is key for us.
Let's talk about one of your team leaders, Chris Hetler, your goalie. Very important key tonight.
Yeah, Chris Hetler is a senior, outstanding goalie for us, 3-year varsity starter, and he's been the backbone of our defense all year long. And when he's hot, we're hot, and he's certainly a key for us tonight.
And Al Tafani, your defenseman and All-American. Let's talk a little bit about his play.
Al Tafani is a great success story, working hard all year long, and really has stepped up for us and done a nice job on some top defensemen, top offensive players, and he's been a key tonight in terms of leading our defense along with the other guys that back him up.
Well, best of luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll take another quick timeout. When we come back, Dale, we'll talk with Coach Mike Messer of West Genesee. All that and more coming up next on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
I'm with Coach Mike Messer, and Coach, we know about your regular season. Tell us a little bit about how the playoffs have gone for you.
Well, so far we've done fairly well. We've played better against both the teams that we played preseason, so I'm happy with our progress.
What about tonight? Now, you played these guys before and beat them. Any different strategy tonight? Tell us a little bit about what you got to do to beat Liverpool.
Well, they're very athletic and probably a little bit more so and physically a little bit bigger than we are. So we just got to play a lot smarter than they do. You know, if we have to bang heads, you know, body to body, we'll be in trouble. But I think if we play our game, we'll be in good shape.
I want to talk a little bit about some of your key players. Dan Shabani, first tell us a little bit about him.
Dan's our All-American this year. He's done a great job, especially facing off this year. That's been the biggest part of the game. And in the big pressure games like this is usually when he performs at his best.
What about Brad Kerwin, your defenseman?
Yeah, he's played their best attackman on the other team each time, and he's done an outstanding job at it. You know, and hopefully he'll continue tonight.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with the start of the game right after this.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium on the campus of Syracuse University for the Section 3 Class A championship game tonight. Jim Lurch and Dale Dreipolcher. And Dale, let's take a look at those starting lineups. And there we go for the Warriors of Liverpool. Shore, Sabatino, and Harrington, the three attackmen. Stringham, Murphy, and Rome in the midfield. Then it's Tafani, Kowalski, and Sean Murphy on defense. Hetler is the first team goalie. Now we'll flip on over. Check out the Wildcats of West Genesee. Brundage, Griffo, and McLaughlin on attack. Pellegrino, Jones, and Shamati in the midfield. And on defense, Kerwin, Flanagan, and the other Kerwin. The goalie is Pagano. And there tonight's officials, Bill Ellis, Jim Luckinger, and Chris Murphy. And we are expecting a good one. The opening faceoff about to come underway.
Ball flips out. Shamati, who's got 76% of his faceoffs, gets this one, and West Genesee starts with the first faceoff, and Shamati in his stick.
150th faceoff he's won this season, and here he goes. West Genesee on attack. Quick shot on goal, saved by Pagano. Rebound, shot, and his score. Sneaking out on the doorstep. Dale, who was it? I did not see who scored that goal.
I'm going to have to check and see. It happened quickly. Shamati took the first shot. It was a rebound shot. And we will check that for you.
Thinking Griffo might have scooped it up in front.
Shamati comes around the left. Watch, he's going to go left-handed. Takes a shot. Save.
Yep, Griffo.
Yep, Griffo. Nice rebound shot.
Bingo.
Number 24 picks up the free ball.
Here's a second look at it, Dale.
Yep, and Griffo takes a rebound shot right here, left-handed, after a nice save by Liverpool's Cress Hetler, but ground ball went to West Genesee, and they took the shot and got it. Ball free at the midfield.
It was Lakutis on the faceoff that time for West Genesee, and no one wants to seem to get possession of this ball here in the midfield. Tough fight for the loose balls. Ground balls will be very important tonight. Heavy checking going on. And a whistle right along the sideline. I think they stepped out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Wildcats.
West Genesee gets the ball. One of the things that Mike Massera mentioned, if you saw the open, is that he does not like to make mistakes, mental mistakes. So let's watch and see how many they do. They've really, there's the goal scorer right there. It's Griffo on the rebound. Liverpool. They do not like to make mistakes. So far, so good. Pass down in the attack zone, and West Genesee starts their settled offense.
Lakutis now will bring it to the near side to Conklin. Conklin breaking his way towards the middle. Now he's going to pass it off to Steve Brundage, the sophomore. And he starts on attack. He's going to be a good one in a couple of years. He's already pretty good.
Well, if he's playing now, he's good. I'll tell you that right now.
On a team like West Genesee. West Genesee undefeated on the season at 20-0. And they work the circle here a little bit on the offense, spreading it out. Behind the cage now, bring it to the far side. Working their way in. Mike McLaughlin, the big scorer for this team. Close to the crease, puts on a shot. Nice defense. A whistle blows, and in the crease. Yep, it's going to go over to Liverpool. So good defensive stop for Liverpool as they trail right now 1-0. West Genesee scoring on their first possession of the game.
It'll be interesting to see who, when we get down here, who's going to pick up, who Kerwin is going to pick up for West Genesee. As they said at the beginning of the show, he usually picks up the guy that they feel is most dangerous. Right now, Liverpool's going to have to clear, long clear, and they get it over the midfield line easily. Midi back.
Kowalski gets it to Tafani. Now they bring it into the attack zone. Let's see how Liverpool works it. Talk with Coach Kerry Quilty, he said they're going to be very patient against West Genesee. That's the way to beat West Genesee, to be patient and get some transition goals. Now breaking in towards the net, a shot and a nice save by Pagano. Ball still loose in the offensive end. Another scrap for that loose ball, and it's going to roll out of bounds on the turf. Not like the grass, Dale. It doesn't stop.
One of the reasons why you have to be patient, I did a little addition, subtraction, and multiplication, and West Genesee gets 63% of the ground balls they go after. So what you have to be patient, because if you put the ball on the ground, chances are almost 2/3 of the time they're going to come up with it. So right now the ground ball situation 4-1 West Genesee. So it's staying, statistically speaking, right where it has for the whole season.
Brad Kerwin, now the best defender for West Genesee, clears it into the midfield. And here comes West Genesee on attack. The Wildcats, number 2 in New York State, against the number 5 Liverpool Warriors. 1-0, 7:35 to go in the first quarter. West Genesee now brings it into the box. Harry Jones, the midfielder, working his way in. Nice move, finds some open space, and then the ball is poked away. And finally, the goaltender looked like he had it there for a moment, still loose.
It is loose, and let's see what we're going to get a call. Play on push, so it will go back to the white. West Genesee will get the ball back. The goalie could not get the ball. Hetler could not get the ball. He had it trapped, but he couldn't bring it into the crease. So it was a push on Liverpool, so West Genesee gets it back.
Liverpool with some good size on defense with Tafani Murphy, and a quick shot and a score. Before I even finish that up, Brundage sneaks in, puts on a bounce shot, and hits pay dirt. 2-0 West Genesee.
Steve Brundage, the sophomore you talked about, has 43 goals and 60 assists coming in. You're going to see him take a nice left-handed shot here. Just a beauty, and Hetler really pretty much at his mercy, not able to stop that. Beach, the defenseman, number 25, was on Brundage, but he could not get on his stick, and Brundage puts up number 2 for the Wildcats in the face-off situation. Let's see, we're going to get one on a penalty, I believe. Yeah, it was a push, so it will be a Liverpool face-off via the penalty route, and they'll take him any way they can get him.
That was Lakudis and Cook on that face-off, so the face-off men being moved around by both coaches. Here come the Warriors on offense, yet to score a goal. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They bring it behind the cage. Gonna work it out wide, spreading out their offense right now. That's Mike Ream, top of the box, straight away.
Good defense.
Very good defense. Working his way in now, finds a little bit of space, but no one to pass to. Has to hold on to the ball.
That's a short stick. Greg Conklin, 34, the guy who's doing such a good job. He gets beat right there.
Yep,
No, he does not.
Space and poked it away from him.
Yes, he got beat body-wise, but he got stick-on-stick, ball loose in the crease. Let's see where it goes. Yes, West Genesee up with it. Pagano's got it and out.
Quick clear. Here comes some transition play from the Wildcats. They look to run and gun. Brundage centers it into the middle. Quick shot pass. McLaughlin with the shot saved. And now fight for the loose ball on the near side. McLaughlin kicks it away.
Hetler out there involved, the goalie. He's going to get mugged.
Ooh, just had it hit out of his cross. A defenseman right now in the cage, and now Hetler makes his way back, or Hetler, I should say.
Another ground ball for West Genesee, 7-2 in that department, and that right now would be the story, controlling the action via the ground ball.
Working it in tight now, Conklin, and a quick shot, and another goal by West Genesee. They are fired up early on, Dale. It is 3-0.
44 is going to get the goal.
That's Kelly.
Yeah, watch Kelly, but watch. There, you're going to look at the assist right there from 34. That's Conklin. Just a beautiful assist. Timing was there, and he was able to quick stick it. Watch right there. Quick sticked it past the goalie, and Hetler has had a tough time early, and I think Liverpool wants to call a timeout before it slips away. A 3-goal lead this early. Certainly not very difficult to overcome, a lot of time left, but psychologically, get a timeout and let's get ourselves back together.
Well, that Kelly's 14th goal of the season, and a great crowd on hand tonight, as you see right there, all pumped up for this championship game. These two teams went at it earlier in the season. We talked a little bit with the coaches about that in the pregame show. 7-4, Liverpool was winning that game going into the fourth quarter. They had an illegal stick violation. 2 goals were scored by West Genesee during that 3-minute unreleasable penalty, and that turned out to be the difference of the game. Went into overtime, and of course West Genesee did win the game.
Well, you know, when you play them, you have to put caution to the wind, and you're going to look at some things. You may see Hetler, you saw him come out right there, and that's the kind of thing that you're going to see, because you've got to take it all out. Now, you can't save it, and Hetler says, I got to be aggressive. If I'm going to wait here, they're going to kill me. So if I see something close to my crease, I'm going to go out. Now, what happens here, you're going to see the Conklin, just a beautiful pass. You get the goalie step in one way, and you shoot back the other way. It's classic lacrosse. It's nothing simple. I mean, it's nothing complicated. It's rather simple, but West Genesee does it to perfection.
Coach Kerry Quilty of Liverpool told me West Genesee sometimes gives up good shots to make great shots, and that one was certainly one of those.
Well, another face-off. Nice job by Shamati. He seems to be able to pound it right back straight. One of his defensemen came up with it, fed the goalie, and now they're taking kind of a settled clear here.
He's already used that strategy a couple of times. Shamati, as we mentioned, over 70% in the face-off circle. Terrific percentage.
Nice job by Shore, from Liverpool. Knocked the ball down, caused a ground ball. Liverpool got a fast break, transition situation, but knocked down by West Genesee.
And they get it back. The Wildcats coming the other way.
That was Shamati
again. Into the midfield now. Looking for the clear, and they get it. Bringing it to the attack zone to Brundage. He's got it on the near side. Works it back up to the top of the box, and they'll reset the offense. Colin Crawford, the fourth attackman, now in the game. He's got the ball. Now Shamani near side. Gonna work his way in. Can't find the handle. Good defense. Terrific defense by Sean Murphy. One-on-one against Shamani, and it's going to go over to Liverpool.
Sean Murphy, 44, caught the stick hanging a little bit and was able to get his stick on Shamani's stick, and the ball went out of bounds. So it was a good, tough, aggressive defense that we are seeing. Watch it right here. Here's Shamani. He makes a little roll move. Right there, he's beat a little bit, but watch what he does when the stick comes back. Bang, right there. He hung the stick just for a second, and Murphy was able to knock the ball out.
Hetler now in the restraining area.
Covering everyone. Let's see what we got. Offsides here. Yeah.
It's going to be a delayed whistle here as Liverpool brings it in.
You got to keep the ball in the box. Nope. They're going to lose the opportunity, but they will get a 30-second penalty.
The ball hit the ground. Play is stopped. 3-0 your score. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. West Genesee on top of the Liverpool Warriors.
They're famous for getting right up on that midfield line and then just crossing over and back quickly, and you're never sure who's going to pick you up. They got caught with too many guys over or too few guys back in the defensive area, and it will cost them on offsides. And there's Coach Kerry Quilty, and there's Mike Masser.
Well, these guys, strategy guys.
Yes, both of them, yes.
Is there a word for that, strategy guys?
Strategy guys, they're thinkers.
I want to say statisticians, but that's not going to work, Dale. So now Liverpool on the attack, trailing 3-0, and they need to hit pay dirt here, try and close the gap. Near side, Harry Jones now flips it over and behind the cage, ball loose, and the Wildcats come away with it again. Liverpool turning the ball over a little bit early.
Got to give Brad Kerwin credit on that one. He played tough man-down defense. He got the ball out. Another ground ball goes to West Genesee.
Here's Harry Jones, the midfielder. Brings it in, now to the left-handed cradle.
He's going to get doubled because they're still man down. Now they're even. They are even, but the ball's out. That's going to be off West Genesee.
And it's going to go over to Liverpool. It's a good defense by Liverpool. They create the turnover, and they will have possession. 3:54 to go in the first quarter.
But it goes back to what Shamati did, where Shamati knocked down a pass when they were man down and then was able to scoop it up and set the ball going the other way, and they ran the time off the penalty. So it will be Liverpool's turn to try to clear the ball, and this is an aggressive ride by West Genesee. You're going to watch them go at the midfield line. See them right there? Now they cover everyone. Now somebody goes over. Now you got to stay with them. They go over. Ball's down on the ground.
Kowalski, the long sticker with it. Now flips it to Mike Ream, co-captain and a midfielder. Brings it behind the cage to Chris Shore. He's the big goal scorer. 49 goals, 37 assists, 86 points on the year for Shore. He's an important part of this offense. Working now at the right-hand cradle, trying to find some space. Quickly double team, flipped it up top, an errant pass, and it goes into the restraining area. Liverpool recovers.
Good ground ball by Liverpool. Yep, that was a good ground ball by number 3, Stringham.
These West Genesee players poking away from the midfield line, trying to loosen up that ball.
They play defense all the time. They're not going to let you just stand there with the stick. They're going to poke you and put the pressure on.
Stringham and Ream play catch, and now they bring it to Bryce Murphy on the near side. Bryce with a left knee injury. You see it's taped there.
That's pretty well taped, too.
Number 28.
Yeah, that's pretty well taped. That looks like a...
Coach Quilty said that could be a problem. We heard it a couple of games ago, and it's banged up.
He doesn't want to miss this game, and they certainly need him. But right now they are going to be patient. There's 2:46 left in this first quarter. They've not really had maybe one shot on goal.
Chris Stringham now, right-hand cradle, switches over to the left. Can't find an opening. Good defense by West Genesee. Finally, Ream gets some space, and he is double-teamed, whacked away from him is the ball, and here come the Wildcats in transition.
Kerwin, great job, the defenseman. Stripped the ball, now he's got the ball.
All the way in. Now a quick pass behind the cage. West Genesee really moving that ball adeptly.
Yeah, you can see why Kerwin, they mentioned him as one of their key players. He just did a super job there for West Genesee.
Checking in now, the midfielder Mike Kelly. He's already got a goal. Brings it to the near side to Mike McLaughlin. McLaughlin with 48 goals on the season, working his way in, trying to fight his way to the cage. He's getting there. Quick shot blocked nicely by Hetler, and looking to clear his Liverpool, but an errant pass brings it into the restraining area. And an offside on West Genesee is going to give it to Liverpool.
They're always pushing that offside envelope, trying to get as many people as they can, and they got caught there, no possession, but it will give the ball to Liverpool.
Send them all, he says.
Well, yeah, try to get as much pressure on them as possible, and that's exactly what they have been doing. This is a pressure type of defense. They play man-to-man, and they check and poke and prod all the time. Nice line up here with Kerwin.
Shore behind the net, works his way out. Quick shot and a score. Wow, that was brilliant. Chris Shore spun back towards the net after he went towards the center of the crease, and he hits pay dirt his 50th goal on the season.
It was a great matchup. It was Shore on Kerwin. It's two of the best guys on the field. Watch him go this way, then comes right around back, goes left-handed, and not able to react quickly enough. Pagano gives up his first and West Genesee's first.
Well, 3-1 our score now, 1:32 to go in the first quarter. It's an action-packed game so far, and another face-off won by Shamani.
Different strategy for Shamani. He'd been popping it out and back, and now he just gets it in front of them.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Pushed
We
it
said
out.
76% of his face-offs, he wins them all.
Boy, he's winning them all tonight so far. Terrific face-off specialist, Dan Shamani, the All-American. Scored that tying goal against Liverpool in that big game earlier this season. Quick bounce shot and a score. That was beautiful. A bounce shot by Mark Pellegrino, his 26th goal of the season.
The senior does a nice job. It's not an especially hard shot, but it's well placed. And Hetler, watch him react. Left-handed shot, just well placed bounce shot, high bouncer, and Hetler not able to get on it. You know, coming in, Hetler's saving almost 70%. That's 7 out of 10 shots for those of you slow in math. And he's had his trouble tonight. He's 4 goals down at this point, and West Genesee been peppering him.
West Genesee responds quickly to that Liverpool goal, and they are back up 3 goals, 4-1.
And Shamani gets one now via the penalty route on the face-off.
Shamani working it in with the right-hand cradle, finds some space, puts on a shot from a tough angle. Nice stop by Hetler as he closed the door, but West Genesee still has it. Bring it up top of the box now. Work their way in from the far side. Coming in quickly, poked away was Pellegrino. And now the physical Liverpool defense really whacking at that ball on the floor. Finally scooped up and loose again, and a lot of bodies around the ball tonight. Everyone fighting hard for ground balls. Here comes Liverpool on the clear. They're looking to try and get an unsettled situation here. Bringing it in far side is Chris Shore. Now brings it up top to Tom Cook. Cook, a midfielder, 12 goals, 12 assists on the season. They'll bring it behind the cage and start that patient offense again.
Can't be too patient. They got about 9 seconds.
Yep, under 10 to go here. 5 seconds now to go in the quarter. Time running out. West Genesee comes away with it, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. The horn sounds, and the first quarter is over. A successful one for the Wildcats. They lead 4-1.
And one thing Liverpool's going to say when they get together is, hey, we scored. Let's get rid of this nervousness and let's come back and play like we can. We're only down by 3.
We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the second half of action here on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium here on the campus of Syracuse University for Section 3 Class A championship game, the West Genesee Wildcats and the Liverpool Warriors. Let's go to the replay and take a look at that one Liverpool score.
Watch Shore. He's going to drive off right-handed and then put the brakes on, and then he comes back left-handed.
Beautiful.
And he just really takes a really nice shot because he was guarded by the best player defensively for West Genesee, Brad Kerwin, and he was able to get Kerwin.
For sure now with 50 goals on the season. That's a milestone. Now this time on the face-off, West Genesee comes away with it again. It wasn't Shamani.
No, you want to give a little different look, and you don't want to tire somebody out, so they give them another chance and different midfield up.
So here come the Wildcats on attack. Mike Kelly throws it to the far side. Picking it up there is Sam Griffo. Griffo behind the cage, looking for a cutter in front. Brundage was there. Couldn't get the ball. The whistle blows. It's going to go over to Liverpool.
Yeah, they stepped in the crease, so it will be blue ball out on the side. Let's take a look at the stats. 8-2 in shots, 4-1 in saves. Ground balls, 14 for West Genesee, 7 for Liverpool. Real statistic, 4-1 in the face-off department. Clear is pretty even, but the face-offs and the ground balls right now telling the story because West Genesee turns those into scoring opportunities, and that's what you need to do.
It's been a clean game. Only one man up situation so far in a full quarter of play. Here comes Liverpool on attack.
Murphy, nice job of clearing at 44, the big stick. I don't think he wants to stay down there too much longer, but the ball is still down. And Murphy's still after it, number 44.
34 comes away with it. That's Conklin, and he has it poked away. This is a physical game in the midfield. Here comes Conklin, left-hand cradle. He's got some space, has it poked away from behind. A nice play by Tafani, and he brings it the other way along the near sideline. Feeds it up to Bryce Murphy. Murphy stays inside the sideline, and he'll bring it across the attack line. Good stiff check being put on by Sean Murphy, but Tafani still has it. Behind the cage now, and the ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds.
But he forced a bad pass, so you can see number 44 for West Genesee, Mike Kelly, was just pushing and playing defense and got the ball out off Liverpool.
So now the Wildcats will get it back, leading 4-1, 8:40 to go in the first period of, second period of play, I should say. Ray Pagano, the goalie, 105 saves this season, a 65% save rate, not bad.
Both goalies excellent. Right now you're going to get a long pass by the goalie, a little bit over the head.
Going for the home run there.
Yeah, when Kerwin not able to snag that, needed to be about a half a foot taller.
So now Liverpool will take it back. And they'll get another chance to try and close the gap here, trailing 4-1. The Warriors, number 5 in New York State. Their coach, Kerry Quilty, Coach of the Year, the second time he's been given that honor, Dale. Oh,
he's a good coach, and he does a great job with Liverpool. And as I said, you talk to anybody, and they say just a real tough defense, great athletes on this team, and it's a credit to West Genesee. They've gotten 4 goals this soon because this is a tough defensive team. And they're going to let the goalie come up, then they're going to jump the goalie, leaves the defenseman open. He's got to get rid of it. And they get it over.
Who's that other coach on the other sideline? We'll talk about him in a moment. Here comes Shore. Quick centering pass, and what a pickoff cleanly in the air for West Genesee. That's Harry Jones, the midfielder. He feeds it ahead. Quickly, they look to break in on an unsettled situation, but Liverpool gets back. Jones has it, left-handed cradle. Now flips it across to Shamani. He's got a shot, and it hits the post. Oh, that hit the post. It's going to sail out of bounds. West Genesee will keep possession. What a bullet that was.
Somebody left Shamati uncovered. Not a good idea, and Shamati just took a step. Watch what happens. He's going. They see Shamati open. Watch, nobody there. The goalie says, not a good situation, and he just hits the upper 90, or that would have gone in, and the goalie knew he was one-on-one with Shamati. They blew a coverage there defensively.
You could see Hetler ducking a little bit because he knew that shot was coming.
I was ducking,
uncontested.
I'm up here.
Wildcats with the ball now. Into the attack zone straight away. This is Pellegrino. He's checked hard. Good defense by Liverpool, and if they can scoop up the loose ball, they can get the turnover here, but the ball's still scooting around, and Shamati's going to come away with it.
Another ground ball.
An important statistic so far in this game has been the ground ball. West Genesee's been doubling up. Now quick shot, quick pass in front. Brundage could not get a handle on it.
That's going to be a foul against Liverpool.
Pushed from behind.
Yeah, you're mentioning ground balls. They've just over-doubled them up at 17-8. West Genesee in favor. You're going to see the push here at the end, right there. And but as you said, you were mentioning ground balls, Jim, and it's as we said, 17-8. So more than 2-to-1 edge in that statistic for West Genesee.
This midfield is terrific with Shamani, Pellegrino, and Jones. And here goes Jones working on the far side. Tries to feed it inside. Good defense again by Liverpool. Ball loose on the ground.
There's a push.
Official on top of it. It's going to go over to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's Sean Murphy took a shove in the back, number 44, but they're going to get up and clear it, and they do quickly.
Looking to run a little bit here are the Warriors.
Well, they still want to be patient. Now, they got a lot of time. There's no need to panic, but you have to take good shots, just what you said they had talked about doing. They got a little isolation behind, one-on-one.
Behind the cage. He scored earlier as the lone goal for Liverpool. Can't find an opening, bring it back behind. It's a great assist man, too.
Shore on Kerwin was the same.
Brings it out.
Hookup we saw.
And he hits the post. Whoa, what a good shot by Shore. He almost put it in that top corner. There was a very small opening, and it hit the post.
You know, he did the opposite thing he did the last time. He went left, came back right with that. Watch what happens. Here he's left, left, left. Roll, inside roll, come back, boom. Take the right-hand shot.
And look at how close he was.
You can see just how good he is at that because he did it the exact opposite way at the other end and scored. So another shot, a pipe for sure.
He would have hit that one. It was just enough space maybe for the ball to slip in there. That was about it between the cross and the crossbar. But they maintained possession. And a quick bounce shot goes behind the cage.
That's something you don't see every day. Number 16, Harrington, hit it with his hand. I don't know if it was a reaction. He just put his right hand up, and you can't do that. So it'll cost possession, and West Genesee will get the ball. Pagano will have it behind. There he is, number 10.
And they look to clear.
Perfect pass.
Yep. It's great to have a goalie that can pass it well. Now West Genny trying to run and gun. Heavy traffic in front of the net. McLaughlin had it for a minute. Ball loose on the floor.
Look at him double.
And they
Took
get
the
it
ball
back.
away.
Wow. That is tough play.
And he's still up.
Down
Still
on the
got
ground. Steve Lakudis. Terrific effort by Lakudis. Now he's got it. He wants to hit pay dirt. Low shot and a good save by Hetler. And he scoops it up.
See what Hetler did, how he took that ball back on the carpet and then dragged it back into himself. So he didn't have any rebound situation. But Lakudis just was very tough on that whole segment. Ball back down the other way now.
Tafani clears it to Bryce Murphy. Murphy has it on the far side.
Oh, nice strip there. 34 got it down. Conklin, he's been playing very well for West Genesee.
It's going to stay with the Warriors. They trail 4-1, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Some substitutions being attempted, but a timeout it looks like it's going to be called by Liverpool. So with that timeout, we will step aside as well. 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. 4-1 your score on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium, and you see the tuxedos in the audience. It is senior night, prom night for Liverpool High School. Coach Quilty was telling me that might be a slight distraction, but it looks like some of the prom guys giving a little support.
Absolutely, that's nice too. It's maybe they should require that for like every lacrosse game. Wear a tuxedo. Nice looking group of kids, and they are here to cheer on the Liverpool Warriors, who have settled down defensively. And they're down by 3. They got to generate a little bit more offense. But I think defensively, as I was told by most of the coaches who have played Liverpool, very tough defensively. I think they got a little shocked early and they've settled down. Right now, they should put one in the hole, get back in this game.
West Genny winning that ground ball war 18-9, so they are doubling up Liverpool. As Shore has it behind the cage.
Nice war here. They're just putting them back one-on-one with Kerwin. And he's either going to feed or he's going to move. He thinks he can beat Kerwin.
Shore behind the cage, being checked hard by Kerwin. Can't get loose, brings it back behind. Cook's on the near side looking for a feed.
Look how he can control that ball.
Yeah.
Just does a great job. Left and right, left and right. Looking for a cutter now. Problem is he's not getting any cutters, so he's going to have, now he takes it, let's take it back up on top.
Here's Tom Cook, one-on-one move. Has it with the right-hand cradle. Quick flash of the double by West Genny, and they throw it behind the cage now. Sean Gosh, the 4th attackman in the game. He's number 5. Brings it back up top. The midfield of this Liverpool team, according to their coach, is their strength. Shamati with a great play, pokes it away and pushes it ahead. But Liverpool manages to get it back. And another terrific check here in the midfield. Ball trickling towards the near side. That is Kevin Burns, the long stick midi.
Burns, 25.
Check.
Nice job. Let's see who it's going to go off of. Referee Murphy. Chris Murphy says it goes the other way, and so West Genesee will have a chance to clear. Kerwin will handle it. I think, is that Kerwin? Yep.
Kerwin on the near side. He's number 29.
He's a fine defenseman. I've not had a chance to see him play this year. He's an excellent athlete. Long clearing pass. They get it out early to Mike Kerwin, and it's going to go off of him, however.
Brad Kerwin, the defender, he's headed for Ann Arundel, the JUCO champion, next season. I'll play some lacrosse there. So possession over to the Liverpool Warriors. 4-1 your score, 3:33 to go in quarter number 2. They look to try and cut the deficit in half here. Bring it towards the top. Bryce Murphy, a little knee brace on. And throw it towards the near side, and here comes Shore. Shore, right-hand cradle, looking to make a break towards the net. Goes behind the cage, comes out on the far side. Working his way in, quick shot to hit the side of the net. And it is scooped up by Pagano.
He's trying to go one-on-one. He's had good success. He's had one goal and a pipe, but didn't get it this time. And West Genesee clears again, and it's Mike Kerwin.
Kerwin gets it to Lakutis. Lakutis along the far side, spin move, doubled up, nowhere to go, has it poked away, flag will fly.
Caught him on the head.
So West Genny going to maintain possession, leading this game 4-1.
Tafani's the guy who picked up a minute. Just touched him on the head, and that will cost him a minute. So, as you had mentioned, a pretty clean game in terms of penalties. Not many. This is a time serve 1 minute, as the personal foul will give West Genny their man up. There's Tafani in the penalty area.
Best defender, according to their coach on this team, an All-American and a first-team All-Leaguer. They're going to have to try and stop this man-up situation without him. West Genny going to work it around in the circle here, try and find a man open in front of the net. Near side McLaughlin. Flips it over, now out in front. Quick shot and a score. Wow, did they work that ball to perfection. Hitting pay dirt is Greg Conklin, the midfielder.
The idea, of course, is you get that ball circling around, and then you're going to take it back the other way or do a cross-cage feed, and that's exactly what they did. Watch Shamani. You're going to see him. He passes it over. They keep it going around the circle, but now watch. Cross-cage, and Griffo is going to get the assist. Let me check that. Yep. Left-handed shot. 34. That was
Conklin, Conklin.
Greg Conklin.
And it's 5-1 now. The Wildcats win another faceoff. Who else but Dan Shamani? West Genny brings it in. Near side Pellegrino, the co-captain in midfield. Back up top. Shamani. Far side works it over to Jones. Jones with a left-hand cradle. He's guarded by Milzarski. Trying to find an open, but Milzarski checking him pretty good.
Nice job defensively by Milzarski.
Now behind the cage, here's McLaughlin. He's been kind of quiet so far. Waiting for him to break out. Moves his way in. Almost finds an opening. Good double team and picked it out of midair. That was Stefani.
Murphy putting some lumber on him. Ooh. That's a pass, high pass. So it'll be a Liverpool ball, but number 44 for Liverpool, Sean Murphy, really putting the lumber on people. Forced a poor pass by West Genesee, and 1:36 left first half. We've got 5-1.
Murphy is second team All-Leaguer. Boy, you look at these two teams and you see nothing but first, second, and honorable mention All-Leaguers all across this field, almost all of the starters. Now Liverpool looking to clear, trailing 5-1. We're getting near halftime, a minute 25 to go before the half. And that was an errant pass, and the Wildcats come away with it. Here comes Brad Kerwin, a long sticker. Being chased from behind, quickly feeds it up front. Nothing doing, they're going to slow it down. Minute 9 to go. Maybe the Wildcats will hold for one. What do you think?
Well, I think they'll take the shot whenever they decide that it's time to take the shot.
Conklin has it, brings it up top now to Mike Kelly. Now he flips it over to Lakutis. Lakutis behind the cage. McLaughlin there, tries a pass out front, intended for Brundage. Trickles into the restraining area. And a nice scoop up on the ground ball by Liverpool. That's Mike Lean, had it for a moment, has it stripped, and here comes Brad Kerwin. The long sticker, feeds in front, another quick pass, and a good check from behind. No flag on that one. That was number 24 laying some lumber out. Justin Frieden, here we come the other way. Looking for a little transition is Liverpool. Oh, did not keep his eye on that pass.
You know what's rather typical there? Here you get a fast break opportunity. You run it down. Then the West Genesee defense gets back, runs you off your fast break, and then they force a poor pass, and your situation's gone from being on offense to being on defense just that quickly. And there's going to be a timeout because that was a situation where now there was only 18 seconds left, but that's actually a lot of time when you're where they were on the field. So they should have made sure they had a good pass and not forced it. At any rate, they're going to talk about it. Kerry Quilty talking to his guys along. He's got some good assistants. Mike Wolf, the guy with the beard, has been with him a long time. And those guys really help also. That's the kind of help you love when you're a head coach.
Yeah, part of what makes these two programs is not only the head coach, but the assistant coach, and of course the players.
Let's take a look at that little hit we were talking about on the other end here. You're going to see
Watch this check.
Goes down low, makes a nice pass. Watch right here. He misses that. Now he's going to come around. just take him right over his hip. Yeah.
That was a little throw.
Yeah, a little bit of a throw, kind of something you'd seen in the WWF.
And just a reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you exclusively by Brian Lacrosse, a very good sponsor of us all year. Really
Absolutely.
do a lot for us.
They attract a lot of attention, too. They show up, and Joe Taylor and company, and everybody says, give me a stick. They know they love Brian equipment, and Joe Taylor was here watching the game.
He'll be on hand later to give that player of the game, the Brian Lacrosse player of the game tonight after the festivities are over. 5-1, and the whistle blows. That is the end of the first half. Those 18 seconds tick away, and we're at halftime. 5-1 your score.
4-goal deficit, but it's certainly nothing that they can't remedy, but they're going to talk a little bit at halftime. Let's get a little more offense generated.
All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, some replays. We'll check out some statistics as well. All that and more on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Brian Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium for the Section 3 Class A Championship game. We are at halftime. West Genesee leading Liverpool 5-1. I'm Jim Lurch, joined by Dale Dreipolter. And Dale, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half.
Had some good action. You're going to see a nice move here by Chris Shore. Watch 12. He's on Kerwin, West Genesee's best defender, 29. Watch him go, then stop, come back left-handed. Nice shot, and got Liverpool's only goal. And he came close on another occasion, but that was the only one so far.
Really threaded the needle there.
Yeah, here's a nice looking extra man goal. West Genesee working the ball around. You're eventually going to see them do a cross cage feed. Shamati here is going to get it over. Eventually they get it to Griffo. Right there, 24. Watch on the cross cage feed, and he's going to hit Conklin, 24, and he takes a nice left-handed shot. And this was an extra man opportunity. Have not been that many. Clean game. Let's take a look at the stats. Shots 11-5. Kind of speaks for itself. Saves only 1 had to be for West Genesee. 5 for Liverpool. Ground balls 22-14. That's caught up a little bit in the second quarter. They were really Liverpool was down a bit in that statistic. Face-off 6-1. That hurts. Shamani's been excellent. Man-up goals 0 for 1 for Liverpool. 1 of 1 for West Genesee. And clears pretty even. Haven't really been a problem. The problem has been West Genesee picking up the ground balls and dominating the first quarter. I think that Liverpool has settled down. I'm looking for a much more even second half. But what the problem is for Liverpool, they got to generate some quick offense. They want to get some confidence up. They held on to the ball a lot, took some shots, but they didn't get anything in the hole. So they got to keep working on that. But I have a lot of confidence. I'm sure Coach Quilty does. On the other hand, West Genesee says just keep playing the kind of team defense we do, get the ground balls. So it was bound to even out a little bit. West Genesee got off to a great start early, but I look for it to settle down. I think it's going to be an exciting second half.
All right, well, we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with a very special guest. It's a secret. Stick around on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Brine Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Time Warner Cable, where the touch of a button brings you a new world of entertainment and information. The touch of a phone gives you the service you need when you need it, and where the future is so close you can practically touch it. Time Warner Cable. Imagine what's next.
Well, welcome back. I'm joined now by a very special guest, Joe Taylor of Brine Lacrosse. Brine, a sponsor for 15 years of the championship and an exclusive sponsor of us all year this year here at Time Warner Cable Sports. Joe, what is new at Brine Lacrosse this year?
Thank you, Jim. We're very proud of our roots in upstate New York lacrosse, being the sponsors of the Bull League, which has grown to 2,400 kids in the Brine Upstate New York Youth Lacrosse League. It's always been the philosophy at Brine, not so much to be involved in the heroes of lacrosse, but to put things back into the games. And our sponsorship of this for the youngsters playing, as well as the youth leagues and the many other things we're associated with, makes us feel very proud. And the old saying that lacrosse is great and upstate is very true. Some new things that we are working on for the lacrosse community is we're working on a new newsletter. Jerry Byrne at Brine, at our headquarters in Boston, came out with a new newsletter. It's called Sweep Right, and you can subscribe to it by writing to Brine. It has different articles about Brine, about the sport of lacrosse, and different ways that players can become better. So you can write to the Brine headquarters and get that particular newsletter. As well as in Division I lacrosse this past year, we had over 80% of the players use the Brine Edge. So what we did is we took the Brine Edge and we tried a couple new things. What we did is, it's the offset head that has made it so popular. We also, on the Edge Plus, we filled in the sidewalls for those players that want to hide the ball from their opponents. We also came out with a revolutionary new plastic, which at the beginning had some problems in the throat area, but we have since fixed the plug. But this clear plastic is very popular. It's called the Edge Ice. Some other things that we have coming out with, we've had the Brine F22 handle. It's an aerospace handle. It does not have some of the braking properties that titanium has, but it's very lightweight. It's the lightest weight handle on the market currently, and it gives the players an opportunity to handle the stick even that much more proficiently. We also have used Cool Max in some of our new protective gear. This allows the player to have the sweat absorbed off the body and keep the player as cool as possible. As well as the sticks that we, as I mentioned, 80% of the players in Division I and 75% of the players at the World Team tryouts were using our stick. Over 85% are using the Brine glove due to the Cool Max, which you can see inside, and the different foams. And again, all these pads will be shown this summer at various clinics and camps where the players can associate with our stick doctors and other Brine representatives to try the new product. And we look forward to a great Section 3 championship final again, Jim, and thanks for having us a part of it.
I was just going to thank you, Joe. We appreciate it greatly. We'll be back with more second half action right after this.
Brine Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Back at Coyne Stadium for more high school lacrosse. 5-1 your score at halftime. West Genesee on top of Liverpool. And moving their way into the face-off circle, it's Shamani and Cook. West Genesee really has dominated in the circle.
28 Liverpool. Oh, it's Murphy, right? Right.
Murphy, you're
yeah,
right.
Right,
Murphy
yeah.
snuck in.
I was just going to say, different face-off person, same result. Shimati ends up with the ball. It's now 7-1 in the face-off department, and that's one thing you would have really liked to have done if you're a Liverpool is let's start off with something a little different. Let's get a face-off, but it's not to be. Now they got to play defense.
Shimati's really got good size. He really just looks like a terrific athlete. So West Genesee on the attack as they win the face-off.
Nice job.
Stripped away. Nice play by Liverpool on the defense.
Mike Ream did it. He still got it.
Reeves trying to bring it across. Gets it across the half field line. Scoops it now, spins around, trying to find an opening. Boy, that defense has been tight for the Wildcats. They are not allowing anyone to get in that crease area open. Here's Murphy. Nearly has it banged away. Now finds a little hole, and the stick, the cross, knocked right out of his hand. Loose ball comes to the Wildcats.
Pellegrino double team. Number 11 did that. Now he's got the ball, starts it the other way. Little high pass.
Brundage handles it. He has it in the restraining area. And he'll wait for his team to set up. Brings it near side to Shimani. Dan, an All-American, as we mentioned. Terrific face-off guy. And a good midfielder as well. Here's McLaughlin behind the net. Trying to work his way out. Finds a wide open. Brundage shot goes wide to the left. It's going to sail out of bounds. The Wildcats back it up. That was a lost opportunity.
Well, they set up like a 1-4-1. They had 4 guys right across and cutting, and fed it from behind. Not able to connect on that one, but they're giving a little bit of different offensive looks now. Let's see what they set up with now.
McLaughlin going to bring it on the far side.
Yep, Mike McLaughlin. 48 goals. Just going to say 48 goals on the year.
51 assists. I mean, that's 99 points.
Wow, 51 assists.
111 shots. You could say he's almost had a quiet night tonight with those kind of statistics. But the whole team involved. Here's Lakudis working his way in. Good double team by Liverpool, stopping the alley. And there's Conklin with a quick shot and a score. Conklin hits pay dirt for the second time tonight. He's also got an assist, and it is 6-1 West Genesee.
Conklin 2-1, and that was pretty. Watch, they go for the stick. See him fall for the stick, and he took it away and came back. When you lunge for that stick and you miss it, you're really putting your goalie in a lot of trouble when you're playing West Genesee, and you see the result. See him lunge, and you got that stick. You have to try to stay on his stick, Jim, because if he doesn't get the stick checked, then he's got an unimpeded shot. Conklin took advantage of that.
Kudus and Cook on the faceoff this time, and Cook wins it momentarily. And one of the midfielders does scoop it up, so Liverpool finally wins a faceoff. Let's see if they can do something here. Bringing it behind the cage, number 22, Sabatino. Anthony working with the left-hand cradle. Throws it to Chris Shaw.
We were talking at halftime just to make sure they got to get more than Shore involved in this in the offense. He's been going one-on-one here, and he makes a pass, but it's high, and there's going to be a flag down. I heard a little face mask rattle.
And Chris Shaw is a terrific player, but like you said, Dale, you got to win with a team. Lacrosse really a team game, and you got to pass accurately and try and find the open man.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to Shore. It's just that you want to make sure that you can come from the midfield and that you can, don't let West Genesee get used to where you're going to be. And there's the flag right there. I heard that all the way up here. It was a nice little smack by Burns from West Genesee, so it'll be a man-up opportunity for Liverpool.
Woke him up a little.
Yeah.
So Liverpool with a rare man-up. Let's see what they can do. 0 for 1 on the man-up so far. Bringing it behind the cage. Sabatino brings it near side. Now they bring it back up top. Stringham on the near side.
It's kind of important for them to come up with one on this and get some good shots off, because when you're a man up, it's really psychologically you're supposed to be able to put one in the hole.
Cook back to Stringham. Behind the cage, they move it quickly to Shore. Looking for an opening. He's being checked. Brings it out on the near side. Can't find one. Throws it all the way across the field. An errant pass. And let's see if this one goes out of bounds. It will.
Let's see. Yep.
Turned it over.
Yep. Turnover. One of the things that we talked about before were turnovers, and as I looked at the stats, Liverpool really caught up in not making as many turnovers, and West Genesee kind of caught up to them. So in that second quarter, Liverpool settled down and played a lot better. That particular pass, however, was not that good.
Just saw a good look at Chris Shore. He's got the 1 goal for the Warriors.
West Genesee still down a man.
Here they go on the rush. West Genesee working their way in. Quick shot. It goes wide to the left. And whistle blown. And it's an offsides call. Shimani talking to the official on the near side, but nothing doing.
He called offside. It's going to be 30 seconds. No, loss of possession here.
Mike Massero working the sidelines. Haven't had much chance to talk about him and the legacy that he brings. The man hasn't lost many games. His record,
95% of his games.
473 and 25 over 23 years of coaching lacrosse at West Genesee.
If I remember every one of his losses, you know?
You probably can. It's only 25 of them in 20 years. That's like one a year.
I remember that one. Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah. There he is, Mike Massera, a legend. 473 and 25.
And I asked him, you know, why haven't you gone up and coached at a higher level? And he talked about his family values and the fact that he didn't get his varsity job until he was in his mid-30s and has just gotten comfortable at West Genesee. He likes it there a lot.
That's right. And, you know, how much higher do you go than West Genesee High School?
Around here,
sure.
not much.
Yeah, I don't even know some colleges whether you're going to be any higher than this. Nice job defensively.
McLaughlin, number 14, looking for an opening. One-on-one move, spins, finds some free space, being checked from both sides. Ooh, cross around the neck, no call on that one, and finally a flag will fly.
He made his own call. You see McLaughlin, 30-second hold. Yeah, this is a good definition of a hold. Watch. Although he wards a little bit right here.
Get a cross, get under the neck here.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Eesh.
That was a hold. Yep. What it means is you're holding the air out of his brain.
1 for 1 on the man up is West Genesee. And they get another opportunity here. See if they can keep that percentage at 1,000. McLaughlin swings it around to Shamani. Back up top now.
Poor pass.
Poor pass, but Conklin is able to track it down. Now it's Pellegrino. Pellegrino near side. Top Conklin. He's got 2 goals on the game. Moving that ball around very quickly. A nice intercept there by a long stick defender. Didn't catch the number, but Liverpool's got it. They bring it in. Here comes Murphy. Feeds it ahead, looking for a little transition. Well, that was kind of a weak feed in front, ball loose. Tough to handle that bounce pass, Dale. That goes in front like that.
You're right. I believe that was Carpenter, 26, that started that whole thing. He's coming off now. He was the guy that intercepted the pass and started the transition, but you're right. Not a good pass to the crease and not able to even get a good shot off.
Here's the brain trust.
Yeah, 15th season.
Not too bad.
No, yeah, I guess not. Mike Wolf, his assistant, standing with him. And
see if Liverpool can do something here. They trail 6-1, 5:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball behind the cage. It's going to sail out of bounds. Will they call it a shot or a pass? They'll call it a shot. So Liverpool maintains. Behind the cage, Ryan Root brings it out to Mike Ream. Ream on the near side, working his way in. Going to throw it back up top to Murphy. Bryce works it right side, moving his way in. Can't find an opening, brings it behind the cage. Now here's Ream. There's number 3, Stringham, midfielder, 32 goals on the season. Boy, he's double teamed quickly. An opening there momentarily, but couldn't get off a shot. And here come the Wildcats. And good checking in the midfield. Liverpool almost gets it back, and perhaps they will. Look at this fight for the loose ball.
It's Ream.
Finally, a whistle does blow. And it's going to go over to the Wildcats. Liverpool is going to get called for a push.
Well, Ream had it and lost it. Let's see. You're going to see there's the hit. This is a body contact game, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this.
There's another one. That's a backbreaker.
Going both ways on that one. The Wildcats lucky to get that call, and they will get possession, leading 6-1, 4:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. West Genesee, they are undefeated at 20-0. Longsticker seemed unsure whether he was going to be offsides there. He does dump it off, and here they come. Pellegrino on the far side. Shamani comes in. He'll take it up top. Got it with the left-hand cradle, working his way in. Good defense. Gets off a shot, and unbelievable. He spun it and put it into the back of the net. Shamani, all one-on-one.
Well, he just makes the right moves at the right time. Comes left-handed. You're getting a good goalie eye view of this. He comes left-handed, stops, comes back because he's dragged the defenseman with him, and you know, when you, as I mentioned before, if you can't get stick on stick, the idea to play defense is play body position so you can, even if you're not in position body-wise, you can put your stick on his stick. But Shamani's move opened that up for him, and you see him, good job of guarding the stick. He's just an excellent athlete and an excellent cross player.
He wins another face-off for the Wildcats, and they continue to dominate the possession of the ball here in the second half. 7-1, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. The Wildcats on top of Liverpool. Quick feet in front. Gonna bring it behind the cage. It's Harry Jones. Now to McLaughlin. Like a small guy, he can get it done. He's got some good moves. Ooh, tough check, and there's gonna be a flag. Quick shot. Wow, great save by Hetler, and a whistle will blow. Saved a goal there.
Yeah, that's a slash, 1 minute. So it'll be a. Let's see if we can pick up the penalty. You're not going to have any problem picking it up, believe me. Oh, there's the shot. There's the save. That's a nice-looking save. Here's the penalty now. He's driving. That's McLaughlin. Watch. Bingo! Yes. And the slash, you know, is a kind of an uncontrolled stick, and when you bounce it off his shoulder into his head, they're going to call it every time.
A little advice from his coach on the sideline, trying to straighten that out. McLaughlin behind the cage. Ooh, tried to feed Shamani out in front. He just mistimed it. And a whistle blows. I think he was in the crease. It'll go over to Liverpool.
Well, he's got to do something wrong, doesn't he? Come on.
He's played pretty much error-free tonight. Dan Shamani is the real deal. He is terrific. So now the Warriors looking to clear.
Nice
They get it
check.
up ahead. Another terrific check.
Flanagan, Kevin Flanagan, 21, put it on the ground. Let's see, it's going to be off Liverpool's stick. It's going to go West Genesee ball. And here's a guy, 21, gets in. We haven't called his name yet. First thing he does, he gets in and comes down and puts the Kevlar and the aluminum on the stick of his opponent. Gets the ball back for him.
He's one of the co-captains of this Wildcat team. Picked up 37 ground balls this year, and he is a first-team all-leaguer. I tell you, they're all over this field first-teamers, first and second-teamers on both sides of the ball. The Wildcats going to try and work it quickly here. They lead 7-1, 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Here's Conklin. He's already got 2 goals. Brings it to the near side to Pellegrino. Now they throw it behind the cage. Brundage out front. Scoop shot. Nice block by the defender. Sacrificed his body. That was Bryce Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy did the leap in the air and took it off his hip. It's going to be Liverpool ball.
Tell you, that's smarts.
Yeah, you bet it's smarts. You don't know it's smarts until
it.
tomorrow. You got a little adrenaline rush there. He took that off the hip, tried to get the stick down on it.
The leg, the hip,
yeah,
the side. You weren't kidding when you said this is a contact sport.
Yeah,
sometimes it's the ball connecting with the body, not even someone else. Warriors looking to clear. Bringing it across the long sticker, Sean Murphy,
nice
second-team all-leaguer. Brings it all the way down. And an unsettled situation. Finally, a quick shot and a save. Nice angle. Blocked off by Ray Pagano. Stopped them from getting it in that short side of the net.
First shot this half for Liverpool.
Big ground ball here for Liverpool. They're on the attack. Quick shot and a score. 22. Put it in the back of the net. That's Anthony Sabatino. It's 7-2.
Dan Liedtke, my stat guy, told me they'd just taken their first shot, and just like that, Sabatino got it back and put it in the hole. And right there, they crawl back into the game at 7-2. Watch him right there, kind of backing off, and he just beat Pagano. Stick side.
Not a bad goal scorer. His 49th of the season. Anthony Sabatino with a nice shot, and perhaps that will spark his team. The face-off with Shamani in the circle, and West Genesee comes away with it.
Now this is how you control the game. You know, if West Genesee didn't get that, Liverpool gets it back, maybe gets some momentum, just scored a goal, we get the ball again, we're on offense. But no, they take the ball right away from you.
Quick shot, hit the post. That was Griffo who unleashed that shot. A rebound comes right to Liverpool, and they look to run and gun. Bring it across as Cook, feeds it across the field, an errant pass. And Shaw will try and track it down, throws the stick at it, but nothing doing. It goes out of bounds, and the Wildcats will get possession.
For those of you keeping track at home, that's our 4th pipe.
There have been some real near misses in this game. So the Wildcats lead 7-2, a minute to go in period number 3. We were talking about that mystique of Mike Messier earlier, Dale. What more can you do as a coach besides lose 25 games in 23 years?
I don't know.
Teach good basics, because that's what he does here at West Genesee. Shot on goal, a nice save by Hetler. West Genesee, boy, they don't fool around. They get an opportunity, they go right after it.
They lost this one. It's going to go to Liverpool. It was off the body of number 14, Mike McLaughlin. But I read somewhere there they did a kind of an unofficial survey of Division I schools, and I believe West Genesee had 15 or 16 Division I players, and that's not even counting how many there are on Division II, Division III schools. So not only does he win here, he develops winners for college.
Yeah,
As does Liverpool,
does.
and a lot of schools from this area, but that just his record's almost unbelievable. Poor pass. That's going to go West Genesee way.
I was asking Coach Messier about some of the guys that have graduated from his team. Seamus Grooms, of course, who was on Princeton this year, won the national title. Brad Kotz and John Zilberti of Syracuse, some names that might be familiar to those of you at home. Follow Syracuse lacrosse. Tommy Donahue also back at Syracuse back in the 80s. All out of West Genesee. West Genesee with the ball. Nice poke check. That was Tafani breaking it loose. Liverpool comes up with a loose ball.
And then the attack men just turn right around and play defense.
Legal procedure call.
Yep.
And over and back. So West Genesee with another opportunity, leading 7-2. Only 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll have to hurry. Low shot by Brundage, and he scores. With 4 seconds on the clock, he wheeled it down low, and Hetler couldn't get to it. Make it 8-2.
That's his second goal. This is a pretty one. He's got the goalie out of position, and Brundage, watch, he's going to get. McLaughlin just throws it, and then he's got the goalie. You see the goalie just coming in at the end.
Yep.
The goalie was on the other side, and he went the subway route as McLaughlin, number 14, makes a nice centering pass, and then just low. He had him onto his left, and he put it in the right side of the cage, and that's going to make it 8-2 at the end of the third quarter.
At Brundage's second goal today. And that is the end of the third quarter. So we will take a timeout. A good crowd on hand. We'll be back with more lacrosse. The fourth quarter to come on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
A lot of reason to get excited tonight for the West Genesee fans. They lead 8-2, but there is still a full quarter of play to happen here at Cohen Stadium. I'm Jim Lurch, joined with Dale Drypolcher. And Dale, this for the championship of Section 3 Class A.
And you know, you move on too. It's for Central New York as the champions move on to play the other sectional champions eventually with a state championship, of which I believe Mike Messier has won 9.
Murphy and Shamani on the face-off. Ball loose. And who will control it? The Wildcats. Another face-off for Shamani. And they try and get it in unsettled. McLaughlin wide open in front, and a good save by Hetler. Got a piece of it. McLaughlin quickly recovers. They look to get it in the center of the field, and an errant pass goes out into the restraining area. Kicked back in by the Wildcats. Smart play there.
Nice job by 29, Brad Kerwin.
Here's Harry Jones, top of the box. Throws it near side to Pellegrino. Mark going to cycle it behind the cage. Look at this movement in the circle. Brundage puts on a shot and scores.
Number 3 for Brundage. He just had number 2.
Just moving around the circle.
Yep. So Brundage getting open and not needing that much of an area. Watch him. Steve Brundage, number 3 on the goal department. Just a quick stick. Just a nice job. Watch him right. You can see it right here. There's the nice pass. Great pass from McLaughlin, and it's 3 goals for him.
Sure is.
Yep.
2 in a row. And it's 9-2. 9:17 to go in the final quarter. Face off now being fought for the center field area. And Liverpool comes away with it. It's Tom Cook. Feeds it on the right side. Quick shot, quick opening in front. Oh, what a save. Pagano got the cross on that one. The shot was taken by number 22, Sabatino.
Stiffed him on that one.
Good save.
That's a pass
across the crease. Yep, they got to call that a pass. It's going to go the other way.
Let's check the stats here. Shots 20-7, saves 6-1 in favor of Liverpool. Ground balls 18-29 for West Genesee as they creep up on that domination against faceoffs. 10-2, another statistic we mentioned. Clears 13-17, 12-14. Not much of a statistic in this game. 1 of 3 on man up. The real story is, of course, the faceoffs and ground balls and the domination now at this point of time of possession by West Genesee.
Another loose ball tussle, and Cook comes away with it. Has it poked from behind.
See, they contest everything. Nothing, every little thing, you might be tempted to say, I'll let this ball go, but they don't, and they just, amazing, well-disciplined.
Laughlin, feed, quick shot, and a score. Wow, that was a terrific shot. Sam Griffo, right on the doorstep on the near side, hits pay dirt.
14 makes a nice setup. McLaughlin makes a nice setup. That's his 3rd assist. Watch right here. Nice pass across the goal mouth, and Griffo makes one little move and then puts the ball in the hole. Watch Griffo right here. There it is. So it'll be 10-2 now, and Griffo 2 goals and an assist. And that's going to be timeout Liverpool.
West Genny, just terrific fundamentally, Dale. They don't make many mistakes, and they just seem to ride on every single play.
And you're absolutely right. Good observation. Coach has been making an observation for many years.
We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more 4th quarter action. 10-2 your score on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
And welcome back to Coyne Stadium. Brine Lacrosse, our exclusive sponsor for tonight's contest. Been very generous to us all year long here on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Great group of people to work with. Let's take a look at the last goal. You're going to see a nice pass from McLaughlin, 14. And you're going to see Griffo. Just see him camping down there, just waiting. Get me the ball. And then I know what to do with it. He goes high, low, and then takes him, inside the stick and pays the price. But it will be a push. You could see it at the end there. Great shot of the moon here at Coyne Field. Andy Robinson, one of our camera operators, gets that beautiful shot. But they are down a man, Liverpool, as you could see. If you saw the replay, you saw Griffo take a tumble through the crease. He was assisted illegally by Liverpool.
I can't believe it. Shamani lost the faceoff.
Well, let's take him out of the game and give him a talking to.
You're sure. Big pressure being put on by West Genny. Even out in the restraining area, they are pressuring fiercely.
They're triple team, and look at the ball. You see right there, they are really just going after people, and that's what happens. Another timeout here.
I think Coach Quilty is going to call timeout and address this situation. If they're going to come out and pressure, then you got to try and get some guys loose and get a quick pass in.
You're going to look at it here. Watch these 3 guys close in on him, right? There's Shamati, 15. He's getting some help from Kerwin, and then number 34 also comes over. Yeah, that's Conklin, and they just, balls loose and down.
Bring in the house.
Bring in the house. It's a full.
And that's in the restraining area. We're not talking about in the crease.
It's a full blitz.
Blitz and left and right.
And you know what will happen after this game? Mike Massero will find a lot wrong with it.
Boy.
He always does.
I don't know how much he could find wrong with tonight's game. His team has played superbly. They lead 10-2. Still 7:57 to go, though.
You sit down with him, go over this tape, I guarantee you. Of course, he'd probably find stuff wrong with us, too. Which is
yeah, me and him were talking before the game.
There's the shots. Look at this, 23-8. That's difficult. You cannot score if you don't get shots off.
The best Liverpool has done is 3 in the second quarter.
Yep.
Now they get a quick rush, a shot, and a score. Wow, what a brilliant placement on that shot. And that is Murphy.
Murphy, yeah.
Bryce Murphy hits pay dirt.
Tell you the
Pagano couldn't stop it.
Tell you the truth, I did not think that this would go in. I thought it was a weak shot and Pagano would be able to get on it. But it's a left-handed shot. It's just well placed. As I've said before, they don't have to always be hard. They just have to be well placed. And Murphy did a great job of putting that down. And you see the result right there.
10-3 your score, 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Face-off won by West Genesee. Centering pass is deflected by the goalie. Heading towards the back line and touched by Liverpool, so it'll stay with the Wildcats.
Well, Kerry Quilty's team has had an excellent season, 18-2, but at least at this point, they're going to have problems coming back here down by 7 with about 7.5 minutes left.
They extended this West Genesee team to overtime during the regular season, lost it 9-7. But tonight, West Genesee really has dominated from the outset. They've played terrific fundamentals, haven't made too many mistakes.
You know, I've alluded to this before, but you know, you play West Genesee and you could be up by 4 with 10 seconds left to go, and the other team says, "How are they going to beat us?" So that's just the way that they are, and that's a compliment to them and of course their coach.
Here's McLaughlin. Wow, you get wide open here. Brings it behind the cage, looking for someone in front. Quick shot, save. Hetler got the cross on it. Goes behind the net.
Yeah, and the guy's in the crease, but he was pushed illegally, so it will go West Genesee ball.
It was Scott Carpenter on the push. Let's see if we can get a good look at it here.
When that ball's down there, you're told if you're a defenseman, you just clean the crease off and don't worry about it.
Clear them out.
Clear them out. There should be a pile of bodies there, but know where the ball is.
Ooh. Here's Pellegrino on the far side. Slow it down, throw it behind the cage to McLaughlin. Mike trying to find an opening. Gets a little space. Feed out in front. Pellegrino wide open. Low shot and a save by Hetler. Another good save by Hetler. They need to get the ball back, trailing 10-3. The Wildcats are really holding on to this ball. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Shamanti.
You're going to need some help here.
Working his way in. Brings it to the right-hand cradle. Feed in front to McLaughlin. Couldn't handle the pass. And looking to run is Liverpool. They'll get it. They get the clear. Murphy has it. Spins to the right-hand cradle. Works his way into the center. Double team quickly. He's going to have to feed it out to the restraining. They really close on the defense, does West Genesee. Here's Stringham. Trying to find an opening. Chris Stringham feeds it across, and it is intercepted cleanly. And here come the Wildcats. Feeding it back and forth, working their way in. Good transition defense by Liverpool, and the goalie Hetler manages to intercept the pass, and Liverpool looking to clear. Now whistle blows. And it's going to be called against Liverpool. 5:24 to go, 10-3 your score. West Genesee on top of Liverpool. It is the Section 3 Class A final.
Just checking the shots, so West Genesee taking about 3 times as many shots, Jim, and of course that's puts you in a difficult position. You can't score without the shots, and they have just played really tough defense. West Genesee has, and when they get the ball, they hold on to it.
Conklin to Mike Kelly. Kelly puts a shot on goal, and he scores. Mike Kelly with a right-handed shot. Fired it on the bounce shot. It went in top shelf.
Nice low shot for his second goal. Watch where he places this. Watch where the bounce is. Watch, right there. Right stick side with the low bounce shot, and it goes in. Right, there's see the low bounce right just under the stick. So Kelly comes up with his second for West Genesee.
Justin Frieden will go in the center circle this time for Liverpool, but in legal procedure, gives it over to Lakudis and the Wildcats. Under 5 minutes to go, 11-3. Wildcats lead the Warriors. Wildcats in white, Warriors in the blue with the orange. Here's Conklin. He's got a couple of goals on the night. Working it on the far side. both these teams pretty much exclusively man-to-man defense, and then move in on double and triple teams.
You know, if you don't use it during the year, you know, it's like people come up with a trick defense. It just doesn't work. You got to go with what you know you do during the year. Otherwise, you get confused. So I think that's probably what they use during the year, and that's what they do.
Here's McLaughlin, finds an opening, tries a low scoop shot, goes out of bounds. And it'll stay over to West Genesee. That was a shot. Taking it on the near side, Greg Conklin. Conklin, 2 goals on the night. Here goes West Genesee. Conklin, left-handed cradle, working the near side, quickly double team. Now feeds it up top. Kelly, he just scored. Move it around. Conklin has it on the far side now. Trying to get off a left-handed shot, blocked by some defenders. Sails out towards the far sideline. And it stays with West Genesee. It was hit out by Liverpool.
I have a hypothetical question for you.
Go ahead.
How would you like to be the guy that follows Mike Messier at West Genesee when he retires?
I think we have a similar problem right here on the hill with Coach Roy Simmons Jr.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just retired recently. Congratulations to him. And congratulations to the new man at the helm, John Desko.
John Desko, he's been there as long as anybody else, so I think they're in good hands.
I think they are too, but boy, I don't know if I'd want to be in his shoes. Like you say, who would want to be in the shoes of the guy who's going to replace Mike Messier? We're not saying he's retiring.
No,
This
right.
guy's got plenty of lacrosse left in him, trust me, folks. His team looking to go 21-0. Come into this game undefeated, and with 3:22 to go in the fourth quarter, they lead 11-3. Here's McLaughlin behind the cage. Being checked by Murphy. Brings it towards the near side. Murphy putting the stick to him a little bit. They'll move it around. Here comes Harry Jones. Gets some space, puts on a shot. Blocked away, sails out of bounds, but the Wildcats again back it up.
Good example there of how, you know, you don't need a heck of a lot of space, and he just got off a good shot, even though he was out a little far. It was not a bad shot. But you can't give them much. You have to stay right as tightly on them as they stay on you.
You see the 2 coaching staffs. That's the coach of West Genesee right there, Mike Messier, all the way to the left. Still barking out instructions. 2:50 to go, 11-3, Wildcats on top. Mark Pellegrino, the co-captain, he's headed to Princeton. Feeds up top to Shamani. The far side to Jones. 3 midfielders working it around. Jones brings it behind the cage, McLaughlin. Looking for an opening. Spin move, finds some space, puts on a high shot. I think it hit the cross and maybe even the post.
Goalie got it.
Up by Hetler.
Yep.
Here comes Liverpool on the clear, a long pass, and it sails out of bounds back over to the Wildcats.
You know, I'd also like to congratulate the officials, Bill Ellis, Jim Luckinger, and Chris Murphy, because they just have done a great job. You're going to see this right here, the ball down, and the goalie comes up with it and threw it. Went up a little bit too far, but the officials have not been a part. You haven't had any discussions. They've just done a really nice job, and when they can keep such a low profile, you know that they have done a good job.
Well, that was a clean save. Did not hit the pipe as I had thought. Hetler with another nice save. Quick shot at the other end, and woo, Pagano with the quick hands.
A lot of position and backing up, and he made a nice save.
Under 2 minutes to go, Wildcats bringing it back in. They've really held on to the ball in this fourth quarter. Conklin, guarded by Stringham, works his way in left-hand side, switches over, ball loose, and it's scooped up by Hetler, the goalie. Looking for the clear, another long pass. Sails past the intended receiver. Fight on the ground for the ball. Some more checking going on. Boy, those sticks are flying tonight. Scooped up by Kevin Flanagan. He looks to clear. Gets it ahead to McLaughlin. Whistle blows.
He went in the box and took it back out,
okay.
so that will cost him a possession.
So Liverpool will get an opportunity here. Trailing 11-3, a minute 18 to go and counting. Looks like West Genesee is moving on. Errant pass goes out on the near sideline. And it's back to Wildcat possession. You got to congratulate both teams on a terrific season, no matter who wins tonight. It looks like certainly West Genesee is going to win this one Liverpool has had a terrific year, only 2 losses coming into this game. Shamati, the right-hand cradle, trying to run some clock. We're under a minute, 11-3 in the 4th quarter. The Wildcats lead the Warriors. Bring it behind the cage. It's Jones trying to put a little one-on-one move. Can't find any space. Brings it out on the far side. Looking for a cutter. Almost down to 30 seconds in this game.
They got to keep it in the box, obviously. They're not trying to score here. They're just trying to run this out.
Brundage feeds McLaughlin. He's going to run it back out. Keep moving that ball around.
If they keep it humming, that's going to cost them.
Now it sails out of the box on the far side.
Just cost them possession. The clock stops momentarily with 11 seconds left in this game.
So West Genesee will move on. They will be the champions. Section 3 Class A. They've done that a few times. Officials sorting out a flag here.
Illegal substitution is going to cost absolutely nothing. But I mean, technically it will, but 11 seconds left. West Genesee will be down.
Kevin Burns was the culprit. He will sit in the box for the remainder of this period. And a timeout call by Liverpool. I want to try one last crack.
Yeah, sure.
At an offensive stab here. I'll tell you, the crowd really came out tonight for this game. You see Kerry Quilty talking to the troops.
He's done a nice job, as you said, and they just didn't have it tonight in terms of the momentum. West Genesee just took it from the beginning and never gave it back. That first quarter happened quickly, and West Genesee scored quickly and I think took the momentum. Face-offs, Shamati, they just dominated that first quarter, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
When I spoke with Coach Quilty, he said that first quarter was very, very important to his team. If he could get out to a lead, let West Genesee know he could play with them, he might be able to control this game. But West Genesee, as you said, really took command right from the outset, and it's tough to come back on.
Yes, it is.
Such a good team.
Yep, it is.
They really have earned their keep tonight. 11-3 with 11 seconds to go. And the clock will roll. We're under 10. Liverpool going to try and get off one more shot. Pass on the far side. Wide open. Shot and a save by Pagano. And that's the way the whole night has gone. Throws it into the midfield. And this one is over. West Genesee has done it. They are the Class A champions of Section 3.
Nice lacrosse game.
Coach Mike Masser's got to be proud of his troops. Played a solid fundamental game, and they will move on in the tournament into the sectionals. So we'll take another timeout, and then we're back with our Brian Lacrosse Player of the Game.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to Coyne Stadium. My name's Jim Lurch, and joining me again is Joe Taylor of Brian Lacrosse. And Joe, you have a presentation to make.
Steve, on behalf of Brian, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Tommy Hilfiger Athletics, congratulations on the MVP, and good luck representing Section 3 in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Here's a nice shirt.
Thanks.
It's an XL. You got to fill it up a little bit. And a nice trophy for yourself.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Steve Brundage, 3 goals today for West Genesee. Steve, just talk to us, first of all, about the victory, another sectional championship for you guys.
Yeah, we knew coming into this game it was going to be a big one. First time it was overtime, and we knew they were going to be tough, so we had to keep our heads high, and we did just that. We came out and played tough and stuck through it the whole way, and we put it in there.
Well, you're a real youngster on this team. All the guys playing with you are pretty much seniors. You're a sophomore. Talk a little bit about what it's like to play with those upperclassmen.
It doesn't really bother me that much. I've done it my whole life. It's always been a step ahead a little bit, so it's just been real easy. Just step in, just fill a spot, and just don't make any mistakes, and I'll hang in there.
Well, we're going to take a look at a couple of replays. I want you to describe what happened here. We've got an early on goal. Why don't you talk to me about this one?
All right, Greg's just driving down there, and he just found me down there, and I just stuck it in the net. That's all. I just caught it and stuck it.
Good feed from Conklin. Here's goal number 2.
Sammy passed it over to Mike, and all I had to do was get off my man. I did that. Mike put it in my stick, and the rest of it's easy right there.
Well, you guys work in the circle to perfection there. Congratulations. Best of luck moving on.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with Dale Drypulcher and the winning coach, Mike Masser. All that and more on Time Warner Cable Sports.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
We're back with winning coach Mike Masser. And Coach, first of all, congratulations, great job. And tell us a little bit about how the game went and how you thought it was going to go.
Well, we were concerned because they're such good athletes, and they're a lot bigger than we are. So, and they've got some real nice players, and we weren't sure at this point, if we'd improved enough to really get up on them like that. And we knew they were going to be very physical, and could we handle a physical kind of game.
Well, you certainly did. Let's take a look at a couple of plays, and we'll get some of your comments here. Let's take a look at a little bit of the defense. Your goalie came up good all night, and here's late in the game, but he did a nice job.
Yeah, right here. This is Mike Kelly.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Kelly's goal.
He's making a nice move on his man inside and puts a real nice shot around Hetler, who's a very good goalie.
Yeah, he is a very good goalie. Now here's your goalie.
Right. Our goalie Ray came up with about 3 or 4 real great saves. He kind of set the shooter up right here. He kind of faked him low and set him up, and he did come high, and there he was right there. It was really calm. He was cool, just the way he has to be at that point.
Absolutely. Well, listen, congratulations. Now, good luck in the rest of the tournament. You continue on down, hopefully all the way to the state championship.
Yes, we're going to be working for it.
Good luck. Listen, thanks a lot, Coach, and we'll be right back with some final stats right after this.
Lacrosse, the power behind the game.
Well, welcome back to a now empty Coyne Stadium. Jim Lurch and Dale Drypulcher. And Dale, let's take a look at the final stats.
Well, unfortunately for Liverpool, it was a rather typical West Genesee night. There are 3 stats that really stand out. Look at the shots. 2.5 times as many shots. West Genesee just 28-11. The ground balls, 38-25. They got the key ground balls. And if you check down at faceoffs, 13-4. They really dominated in that category. And when you dominate like that, you control the ball, you control the shots, and you control the game. That's exactly what they did. They didn't have to play, their goalie didn't have to play a lot of good defense. They did a super job. So that's, as I said, unfortunately for Liverpool, that's typical West Genesee, and they're going to move on, and they're going to challenge some other teams in New York State. So it should be an interesting end of the season for West Genesee.
Well, our season has kind of winded down itself. Some final impressions of the season for yourself?
I think it's been great. Good high school lacrosse in Sumter, New York. I'm sure it's going to continue. All
right, well, that'll do it from Coyne Stadium. Again, West Genny will move on to the finals. We'd like to thank yourself, Dale, and me, and the rest of our staff for a great night of lacrosse. We'll see you next year.